running back Tanner Mendoza and our quarterback Johnston McIntyre. Coach, we'll open up with a opening statement from you, and then we'll open it up to questions. So,
I think you may have to stay.
Just like that.
Simply what you saw were two outstanding football teams. Linfield is a great program, has a great history, and we knew it was going to be a challenge when we found out who we were going to play. And our guys have stepped up all year and have been able to function under some pretty difficult situations, and each time we've had a challenge, we've been able to meet that challenge. And today was no exception. I think it was, if you're a spectator, it's pretty awesome game to watch. But if you're in the middle of it, it's like being right in the middle of a storm.
Right, and we'll open it up to questions for anybody.
I mean, do you guys just have any instant reactions? That was one of the biggest, I think, high-scoring games in D3 college football history. What was it sort of just like in those overtime periods, going back and forth and back and forth, you guys being on the offense, like not being able to account for anything on the defensive side, but just trying to, like, create something, stay in the game?
When you guys got it?
I mean, honestly, I think the biggest thing that we just had to know throughout the game was, like, to trust each side of the ball. Like, I knew him and these guys on defense were going to go out there and kill it every play. And even if they didn't, I knew that we could step up and take over. I mean, it's just that when you have a team, you just need to have that trust in each side of the ball and trust yourself and trust the ones that are next to you.
I don't ever think that if something went wrong on offense, the defense was going to panic. They kind of just went out there. Everybody kept their composure. It's definitely a dogfight. Everybody's tired, but everybody's holding each other accountable. And I know that when the defense had something wrong, something slipped through our hands or something, or they scored a touchdown, I knew the offense was going to come right back and punch them in the mouth. So it's cool to trust everybody like that, hold everybody accountable.
Then when you're playing in a game like that, especially you since you're on the field for a lot of plays, I mean, do you ever lose sight of the score, or ever lose sight of like which way the momentum's going?
No, I think for everybody it's more so just do your job and make sure that your job's done every single play. It doesn't matter what the score is, doesn't matter who's on the field. It just matters what's your job for that play, and that's the only way I think everything's going to work out.
There were 64,000 people at the Coliseum today watching UCLA and USC. I think a lot of them missed out on a good game here. What would you say to those folks? I mean, or to folks who haven't seen a Division III game or haven't seen Chapman play? What would you say to, I mean, you're going to have another playoff game, so maybe tell them to come out and watch it?
Yeah, I mean,
Come out and watch.
it was a very exciting game today. I'm sure the game played at USC UCLA wasn't as entertaining as ours today, but it's still Division III, Division I. It's still football, and we play really good brand of football here.
Put it all out on the line.
Coach, can you talk about your decision making when it came to the quarterbacks, where you used both of them at different times?
We decided at the beginning of the year that we had two very good quarterbacks, that each one of them brought certain skills to the game, and that we were better off. In our business, a lot of people say if you have two quarterbacks, it means you don't have one, really, at all. And but we didn't feel that way. We felt like we had guys that really brought certain skills that we could use, and Johnston brings a certain set of skills that we just don't get with the other quarterback. And so for us, it's very important that we can utilize those guys, because on the other hand, Vetter really throws the ball extremely well, and he throws a big ball and a hard ball, and sometimes you need to be able to throw balls in those tight situations, and you need to be tall enough that you can look over the top of the defense and see what's going on. And but the other side of the coin is that this guy makes such great decisions and can think on his feet well and can create things that you don't necessarily coach or call. You know, sometimes he just makes a decision, and it's such a great decision. You know, we'll look up and he's 50 yards downfield in the end zone. And so you need guys, the game of football, need guys that understand that it is the game of football, and you need to be able to think in the moment. And everything is not necessarily scripted. And so you just need guys that know how to play the game and can think. And so I think between the two, we get a great balance.
Tanner, it seemed like you were running hard all game. It seemed like you found an extra gear in the fourth quarter, or just maybe it was because you kept pounding on them all game long. Can you describe just the way it was in those final drives and also on the last one? Because you were just out of position at the beginning of that run.
Yeah. Wait, what was it? Can you repeat the last part of the question?
Just you know.
That last touchdown.
Oh, the last touchdown?
Yeah.
I mean, I just knew what had to be done. I knew I could trust my guys that they're gonna make plays, and then when it came time for me, I just knew that no matter what, I had to do my best and find a way to get in the end zone, and if not, get the first down. Throughout the game, around the second quarter, probably in the beginning of the third quarter, we weren't running the ball well, but we found a play that just ended up working, and we just kept on punching it down their throat. The O-line was just doing a great job tonight.
Awesome.
It was amazing. I mean, they were just heavy flow. We were able to cut back on them, and
We got a big offensive
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
And after a while, that much weight and pounding on someone, that weight began to take its course on the team. And, you know, we felt like we could run the football. And we felt that if we would continue to run the football, it was going to pay huge dividends down the line.
yeah, they made it easy for me today.
And on that last touchdown, you kind of like had to do a little spin out of
Mhm.
contact. And then did you realize that you had nothing but 8 yards in front of you with nobody in your way, really?
Oh, I knew as soon as I got out of that, dude, that I was going to score. I saw that we had our tackle out on the left side, blocking downfield. I deked the guy inside, went out, put a hand on his face, and just trotted into the end zone. And that's all that was said.
He's an athlete.
Coach, this morning you told me you thought you might be in like a 35-34 game, and you were exactly right. And then there was another quarter and overtimes to play. How do you keep everything under control when a game escalates the way that this one did, and it's just score after score after score?
All right. You know, we talk about it at least twice a week in this room here. And some of the things that we talk about is perseverance, focus, being sure that the stage that we're playing on is not too big for us, and stay focused and stay in the moment that we're involved in, and not get sidetracked. And these guys do such a great job of just doing those things, understanding what it is we talk about, and then being able to go out and execute it. They execute it in practice. So when we get to a situation like this in the game, you know, I mean, that's our practice field. And they know, and we remind them sometimes when we're out there, guys, this is our practice field. This is where we are every day. So it's no different. You know, block out the officials, block out the fans. Just do what you practice.
Go ahead.
Sure. Dylan, you scored on defense, you scored rushing, you threw one today. How long have you been pushing to get in on the offense, and how great is it to be right?
I think we never really wanted to have to do it. It was always kind of a backup thing. And then we had the 3 running backs we had this season. We had Woods, Marcos, and him, and it was just never really gonna happen. They're amazing. They can do it themselves, and even he does it alone. But it was definitely nice to get in, having done all that practicing for it, just because it does take away a little bit from defense practice. But it was definitely exciting. I'm lucky to have gotten to do that.
I don't think any guy in college football has scored that many ways in a single game, have they?
I don't know.
Not today, that I know of.
Yeah.
It's an honor to get to do that.
To all the players, I know young athletes don't study history and don't talk about it, but you guys made history. You know, this season, getting in this playoff game, winning this playoff game. How's it feel?
Justin, go ahead and take it.
It's awesome. You know, we see all those alumni up in the stands going crazy for us, giving us huge hugs. They might be more excited than we are after that win. So it means a lot for us and for them, and that's huge. I mean, yeah, we're on top of the world right now. We set goals at the beginning of the season. Hosting a playoff game was one of them, and now we just won one. And it's the first time in history, first time going undefeated. I mean, we are just loving this season, loving each other, and it's honestly just been phenomenal being out here.
I think it really set in for me when I saw all those alumni up in the stands and how excited they were when we won that game, because I didn't necessarily know a lot of the history behind it. I knew that we talked about it, but just to see the importance it was to the alumni, it really hit home for me. It meant a lot.
Chapman, going back to the fourth quarter, you throw a touchdown, put you guys up 6, and then up 7. And then, heading into overtime, in the first overtime, you get knocked down, get hurt. Obviously, you saw the frustration on your face there. How were you kind of, able to still, support, Reed came in for you, how you're able to support him and just the team on the sidelines, knowing you?
Yeah, I wanted to be in there, but I know Reed's a great player. We saw it today. We see it every week. But, I just wanted to support the team. I didn't care really if I was in or if he was in. I just wanted to win the game. So it was awesome to see him do that and us do that as a team.
Any thoughts on your next opponent?
We don't know who they are yet.
I thought it was St. John's, no?
St. John's.
Okay, well,
They were playing.
We've been a little busy.
We just walked off the
Okay.
field. We had no clue.
You're okay.
Yeah, no, thank you for letting us know.
All right.
St. John's won 51-47.
Did they? Yeah,
Another close
Another
game.
good game.
yeah.
Mm.
We, our attitude coming into this one was burn the boats, so we're kind of still stuck on that island.
Burning boat.
Burn the boats.
What does that mean?
Any
know
of
what
you
it
guys
is.
can-
All right.
Story time.
All right, story time. Basically, it's the tactic that the Vikings used when they would go to wars. They'd burn their ships. So when they'd go and invade enemy territory or something, they'd burn the ships. And the only way that they're going to survive that battle is if they win that battle or they die.
They conquer
Because
the
they
area.
won't have no ship to go home.
Conquer the area, and over a period of 4 or 5 years, they build new ships, then they could go home.
So just an intimidation tactic.
So once you burn the boats, you got to commit yourself to the war.
Burn the ships.
And the ships.
Anybody else? All right. Anything else?
Party in the back.
It's a party in the backfield.
Yep.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Appreciate it.
Party in the end zone.